Hey guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. This just in. As lots of you will be aware, this year's Open Championship will be held at Royal St George's down in Kent. Next year, for the 150th anniversary of the Open, we're heading back to the amazing old course at St Andrews. The year after that, we're going back to Royal Liverpool, where Rory McIlroy won in 2014. But yesterday, it was announced that in 2023, we're heading back to Royal Troon, where of course last time out, we witnessed potentially the best Open Championship of all time. Now, there's lots of candidates for this. I think it's probably fair to say though that lots of people, maybe the majority, would lean towards the 1977 Open Championship, the famous duel in the sun at Turnberry between Jack Nicklaus and Tom Watson, as the best Open Championship ever. But last time out at Royal Troon, I'm sure lots of you will remember, Henrik Stenson and Phil Mickelson had their own titanic tussle. Which one was better? Well, of course, lots of factors come into that and it's very subjective. And I think a lot of people, as with most things in golf, will probably let nostalgia, let leading with their hearts rather than their heads, make them lean towards Turnberry in 1977. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the scoring, it may be easier to make a case for Mickelson versus Stenson at Royal Troon. Jack Nicklaus finished runner-up to Tom Watson, who birdied the 18th, of course, back in 1977 to win by a single shot. But Nicklaus finished 10 shots ahead of the third place finisher that year, which is mind-boggling to say the least. So obviously that's why the duel in the sun is so famous, because those two just tore away from the field, who couldn't live with the way they were playing, and just had their own little personal duel basically, hence the duel in the sun. Mickelson though, who of course shot 63 to open the tournament, eventually finished 11 shots better than the third place finisher JB Holmes in 2016, so a shot further away from the chasing pack than Nicklaus and Watson were. And the poor bloke still lost by 3 shots to Henrik Stenson, who of course finished on -20, an all-time low score record for a major championship. I remember at the start of that week, the way Mickelson was playing, it looked very much like he was going to win his 6th major championship. He looked to be pulling away a little bit, but Henrik Stenson was always there in the background as well. But very much on the final day, which I tuned in for the whole thing, it was clearly, obviously those two were miles ahead by that stage, and it was going to be impossible almost for anyone else to catch them. And right from the get-go, the tone was set, and those guys were just trading birdies, toing and throwing like birdies were going out of fashion. It was very dramatic. No one really had a clue who was going to win that day, until the final few holes, of course, where Stenson managed to pull away, shooting a 63 to Phil's final round 65. I suppose when you think about it, it was probably Mickelson's woeful third round of 70 that really cost him the tournament. I am, of course, only joking. To set that historic number and claim his first major championship. Was that the best Open Championship of all time? It kind of had it all, didn't it? Scoring records, 2 players showing a level of excellence the rest of a world-class field couldn't live with. Final day drama, the likes of which you rarely see, where 2 players just go at it head to head. Of course, an awesome stage for the whole thing in the form of Royal Troon with its famous postage stamp. Has there been a better Open Championship than that? Of course, lots of other factors come into play, and as I said earlier in the video, this is totally subjective, so let us know in the comments, what do you guys think? What was your favourite Open Championship of all time? Was it one of the 2 mentioned in this video? Maybe it was Seve becoming the car park champion. Maybe it was Tiger winning at Hoylake in 2006, where he barely hit a driver for the entire tournament. Maybe it was Nick Faldo plodding his way to 18 pars to win at Muirfield in 1987 in that iconic / god-awful yellow jumper. Maybe it was one of hundreds of others. As I said, we're approaching the 150th iteration of the Open Championship next year at the old course. So yeah, hit us up in the comment section. Let us know which is your favourite Open Championship of all time. And of course, if you want to attend this year's Open Championship at Royal St George's, next year at St Andrews, year after that at Hoylake, and as I said, announced yesterday, 2023 at Royal Troon, get in touch with Your Golf Travel. Of course, we have hospitality packages where we combine tickets, transportation, accommodation, perhaps even get you playing some golf on local golf courses before or after the event as well. If we think about Royal Troon in 2023 as an example, there are plenty of amazing courses in the neighbouring area, Dundonald Links, Turnberry, lots of others. So as I said, if you're into the idea of attending the Open Championship, don't hesitate to get in touch. And of course, yeah, whack those comments down below. Which was the best Open Championship of all time? Thanks for watching.